Hey, what's going on everybody? Mends here. I'm going to be teaching you how to build this easy Minecraft 1.21 zero-tick farm. You've seen zero-tick off the channel for quite some time, but I'm happy to bring it back for this video. So kick it back, relax, subscribe, and like, and let's get on to it. Oh, and in case you were wondering, it doesn't require any chunk mapping, and these are the materials you'll need. Warning, this farm abuses a Minecraft Bedrock bug, and at any moment this farm could be patched. Alrighty everybody, so like I said in the beginning of the video, you do not need to outline this in a chunk. I did so anyway because, I like building things in chunks. As you can see, I have a bunch of them. If you are curious about the build's dimensions, it's simply going to be 10 blocks going this way, and from the left to the right, that's going to be 13. So 10 by 13 blocks. If you guys are struggling on observers and you don't want to go collect them, do not worry, I do have an alternative version for you. If you're wondering if you need the leaves on the top, you can technically substitute it for anything that can kind of be waterlogged, but for the simplicity of gathering leaves, it's quite literally not a challenge at all. I would recommend you leave them. In the new Minecraft update, we are no longer able to waterlog pistons, and a lot of mechanics within zero-tick have changed. So now we are utilizing dispensers, which can receive a much faster redstone signal. All right, with all that out of the way, let's begin. All right, so starting from your starting position, you're going to place 11 blocks. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Go over one block to the right and bring it all the way back down except for that last block. You're going to leave that empty. On the blocks at 10, place target blocks on them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. On top of the target blocks, go ahead and place a redstone torch, just like this, going all the way across. In front of the redstone torches, go ahead and take your sticky pistons and place them like this. They will then all extend. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then for a total of 10. You'll have a total of 10 sticky pistons going all the way across. On this first block that we place, go ahead and go one block to the left of it. Place a temporary block, a permanent block on top of it, one more temporary block, and a permanent block on top of that one. Going forward, I'm going to use the grass block as temporary blocks, okay? So I'm going to break that, and I'm going to break that. Go ahead and place redstone on all of these blocks down here, just like that. Place one redstone dust to the right, one more to the right, and then tuck this in right underneath. It should be stopping right at that last target block, going all the way back to the left, connecting to that top redstone. I'm going to do my best so you don't have to place extra blocks, so go ahead and shift right here and right click on that torch, which will place a slab, and to the left of it, place another slab. Now come all the way around over here, you don't have to build up, and take a redstone repeater going into that block and right click it once. Grab your lever and place it on this block. It should be right to the left of that repeater. Behind the repeater, place a redstone dust, just like this. To the right of all of that redstone dust, take your pistons and face it upwards into the sticky pistons. So real quick, make sure that top one is sticky pistons and the bottom ones are normal pistons. Your piston should be going across just like this. Above all of these bottom pistons, place sand going all the way across just like this. In front of these pistons, place 2 row of blocks going all the way across, just like that. Now on the edge of the sticky pistons, just place a row of sand going all the way across. Right in front of these blocks right here, on the right corner, go ahead and place 2 chests, so 1 and 2. On the right part of that chest, place a hopper, and then just take a row of hoppers going into that first one, so going all the way across, just like this. Above all of those hoppers, you're gonna have to climb up here, place composters going all the way across. This is pretty simple, doesn't get easier. And above the composters, go ahead and place hoppers. You're gonna have to stand on them like this, and then you'll just go all the way across. All the hoppers should be trailing into that double chest. When the kelp goes inside of these hoppers, it's going to get composted into Bonemeal, which will go all the way to the chest. All right, behind these hoppers, just place another row of blocks like that. Now the next thing we have to do is get our sand in that top position behind these blocks. To do that, we have to place a block on this redstone torch, which is going to trigger it like an observer would. It's pretty simple. It's actually really cool to watch once this, figures itself out. But this is how everything's going to look. Just how observers would read a signal, that redstone torch is reading it the same way because it detects that there is a block there. Go ahead and right click that lever and that will stop everything. You want to place a row of blocks on top of those sticky pistons. So just like this, going all the way across. We can do another row coming all the way back to this side. Now this is looking like our old zero-tick farm. Pretty cool. So for zero-tick, we used to utilize our pistons going all the way across, but now we're going to utilize dispensers to break the kelp. You want to place dispensers going all the way across, but just make sure you place a water bucket inside of each. Remember, these are dispensers. They're not droppers. See a lot of confusion sometimes. So all these have water buckets inside of them. If we go all the way across, it look just like that. Place 2 blocks on the left, one here and one to the left of the dispenser. Same thing on the right side, and then just seal this up and it will look like this. Got those adorable little dispensers tucked away. On those blocks we just placed, place your oak leaves going all the way across, just like this, and in front of the oak leaves, place solid blocks going all the way across. Below those solid blocks, go ahead and take your buttons. If you do not place these buttons, then your kelp is going going to get stuck right here. The purpose of the buttons is literally to make the kelp flow into the hoppers. That's literally all they do. You also have to place buttons on top of the hoppers, because if you don't, then your water is going to overflow. You should have all of your buttons over there, and you should have all of your buttons over there, and I did forget one, so there we go. On the left side, place 4 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing on the right side, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and take more water and spread it across. Place them on the edge of the blocks right below the dispenser, just like this. Make sure you don't miss any, so you don't want to miss any like that. You want to fill this whole thing in with water. All right, now above, we have to waterlog all these leaves, but before we do, place a block on the left and place a block on the right, and then just waterlog all these leaves like that. If we don't place the water in the leaves, the kelp is not going to push past. That's the entire purpose of it. We're just creating 2 levels of water. You don't have to place any blocks here, and you don't have to place glass going all the way across. All right, coming to the back side now, you're going to want to hop right here, and you want to place blocks on the edge of all of these dispensers going all the way across. So just like this. Make sure it's not below, not above. It's right across them. Should be hiding them. If you want, you could also place glass here to make it easier to see. You want to take redstone dust going all the way across, just like this. From the bottom here on that left block, we're going to count by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. On that 5th block, we're going to place an observer. We're going to look down just like this, and we're going to jump and place that observer. You should see the red eye facing up. That's what I call it. You can call it whatever you want. You want to place 2 more above it, so just like this. 1 and 2. You'll have a total of 3. You'll also see all the arrows are facing up towards the sky. On top of that observer, place a block and 1 more redstone dust on top of the block. If you guys don't have the resources for an observer, you're going to follow this method. It's extremely easy. However, please note that if you don't use observers and instead you use a method like this, it's going to be slightly slower. I would say about 20% slower, which can be a big deal to some people. So that disclaimer is out there, but if you truly can't afford observers at this moment and you want to wait until later in the game, this is going to be your option, which will also work fine, just at that 20% decrease. The way you do this is pretty simple. It's 3 blocks going all the way across, and keep in mind, it really doesn't matter where you position this. You could position it 1 block to the left and 1 block to the right. It doesn't matter at all. It could be here, it could be here. It's all affecting the same redstone stream. Anyway, 3 blocks, redstone dust above it, a repeater on the maximum ticks going into that block over there, redstone dust on top of it, a glass to the right of it, and then you just trail it up with glass all the way to the top like that. Extremely simple, very easy. All right, so use observers or use that method, completely up to you. I would also recommend you place 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks like that, and you trail ladders going up to the top, as it will just allow you to get up and down from your build. All we have to do now is place all of our kelp across just like this on top of the sand. I would also recommend you keep a stack of kelp stashed in a chest, because every so often a kelp might break, and then you'll be like, where did my kelp go? I have to go find more kelp. You're better off just having some extra. Outside of that growing, we're now going to grow all of it. All you have to do is right click that lever, and just like that, all of your kelp is going to produce. So like I said before, this is a very simple concept. Your kelp is going into those hoppers on the top, generating bone meal, which go into the chest. You could also send this into like blast furnaces. You could send this into a system to create infinite wood. There's endless things you can do. I'll probably make more varieties on the channel as time goes. So subscribe and leave a like and stay tuned for those. But that is your farm, everyone. It is complete. I appreciate all of you for watching. If you're curious, can you keep expanding it to the right? That's a great question. Haven't tried. Please leave a like and subscribe. Join the Discord server to become a part of an everlasting Meta community. And as always, bye-bye.
I don't listen to the haters, man, I treat them like the enemy. Had a couple traitors, man, but now they know the penalty.